Everyone, I'm Clip, welcome back to So Dungeon 1. So, I'm still going to grind away at the Mythic Rings, right? Try and get full sets, so at least 10 or maybe 5 of each, mainly the Ring of Riches and the Ring of Triumph. So for that, I'm going to run the Fuzzy Dice, the Wizard and Gladiator, just so we can unlock the stones. And yeah, just a bit more grinding before we actually try out these items. I mean, where was it? The Ring of Triumph alone should really just help our cap gain, right? I mean, I could chuck that on now, do... every 100 floors is 1 cap, so if I do 5,000 floors, that's 50 caps, and I can unlock basically everyone else because I should get enough gold by then. But yeah, I'm going to run Fuzzy Dice, right? I think the item find is just a bit more useful at this time until we get those full sets. I'm going to start from probably 10k, although we do have a lot of essence to spend. I'm probably still going to continue stacking up gold, although that is eating through it quickly. Maybe stack up Magic Attack, right? 5k, that's also eating through it. Enough to get to 800 though. Perfect. Anything else? MP is kind of nice. I should probably do the class relics because they're, good for stats. But I think I'll just do attack, right? Probably get this to 550, if not 600. Close. Oh, that was probably one too many. 581. We can still convert though. I probably should have done. Yeah, we can get this to 600 now, right? And then just leave the rest. And we will just start, 10k, because I'm pretty sure that's... I'm going to look it up just to double check. Right, so annoyingly, the Ring of Triumph drops from 15,000 to 16,000, while the other rings drop from 12,000 to 14,000. Given the amount we got, I do kind of feel like we would have seen more if they continue to drop past that range, but I don't know, the wiki might be wrong. Either way, we'll start at the 12,000 mark then to try and get the Ring of Riches, and then I'll just let it go like usual. Get that down to 200, and come on, 12k, perfect. Right, so we're just looking for those 2 rings. Anything else pique my interest? Probably not. I'm pretty sure we have the majority of other accessories, and then we have proper equipment as well that we can transition to. But yeah, we'll start from here, and yeah, just grind away at the Shifter Stones for the Wizard and the Gladiator, as well as obviously try and find the items. There we go, that's not too shabby. 2 rings, 735 caps. So that's pretty good. Decent. 2.1 mil essence is also quite nice. Should be able to not only unlock the last 2, so get the Stein, which is really nice because we want to use the Stein probably. And is 1 level at this point really necessary? 10% chance for 1 level, no other stats. That's probably not worth it at this point. Wielder cannot evade attacks. That also doesn't seem worth it. At least the collection log's done now. Right, so weapons, all done. Oh, my bad. Armor, all done. Shields, all done. And special items, all done. Right, so we finished that off completely. Awesome. I don't think we want any of these abilities either. So we have Focus, which can stack, but it seems way too slow. Hardy's actually quite nice, maybe. But I don't know if you'd really want to use it. Closing time, high damage. I'm pretty sure Eviscerate is still more. Puts target to sleep doesn't seem important. Divine Icar, I didn't realize this was passive. Protects 3 teammates from defeat. So that might be worth it. In terms of the Shifter, we should have the Gladiator and the Wizard done. Right, so Eviscerate, Debilitate, Sage, and Precognition. Loriasis, Brash, and Banding. Banding is what I sort of want to play around with. So let me set up a comp and then we'll go over it, and I might end up grinding out these 2 as well. Maybe at least they're passives, right? Hardy and Divine Icar. Though I'd need to look up the ordering, right? Right, so here's my line of thought. Right, so Eviscerate does the most AoE damage, which is what we want, because in terms of scaling, it allows us to go further. But then I also want to run the Gladiator stuff, right? So Banding being the big one, right? So as long as we're clearing the first segment, right, if that makes sense, this Shifter will be buffing this Shifter, right? And then as soon as we get to the point where this Shifter's attack drops off, this Shifter will now start buffing this Shifter. Now, I haven't done the math accurately, right, to work out if you actually go positive in stats, because I know you lose, I think it's 1 per Brash, and you only gain 0.5 per Banding. So I'd have to look into that, but the idea is hopefully that you can continue to scale and you never you never drop past using 2 people to clear, right? So it should help with speed in runs that I just leave overnight or something like that. I'm probably barking up the wrong tree, and you're probably just meant to run a Dark Mage Wizard or something like that. But you never know. It's worth a shot, right? Two other slots. I guess I'll run the Tavern Owner and the Blacksmith just until we get their stuff. The Blacksmith, I'll probably only do 3k because we only want Hardy. And then the Tavern Owner, we need to do all 9k because we want Divine Ichor, and that's the last unlock. The big thing, though, for branding to work, because we don't have Necroblast anymore, is to get the Physical Damage Relic, right? Otherwise, we can't one-shot enemies on the 1 room and 2 room. So I'm curious, I know it costs caps, but I can't remember how many. So each of their personal relics aren't actually that much. Shifter is a K. That is 10k for the Combat Crush. Yeah, so that's definitely the big unlock. It's probably worth getting some of these, maybe. Mainly the Wizard one. Surprised the Wizard one is not the most expensive. Right. But I think we'll leave them, and we'll probably just spend the caps in upgrades. You know what, I will sit down, I will just think about the math for a second on banding and brash. Yeah, no. It doesn't quite work. So just if I put them both with banding, right, it'd be -25 on the first unit if we hypothesize that they can clear everything themselves, and then +11 on the other unit in terms of buff. So that's not that great. It's always a net negative. I kind of wish, you know, both the Berserker and the Gladiator, their unlocks were out of order, right? And you could get banding before, and you could get Unruly and the buff before the Shout, right? And that way there was some viability. So yeah, I don't know what the right use is. I think you're just meant to go with Dark Mages, in all honesty. Right, maybe the first one can be a Shifter with Wizard and Dark Mage, right? Just so you get a Sage, but still have Necroblast, till you get the Physical Relic maybe, and then you just have a Dark Mage because you get the extra accessory slot, and the accessory slot kind of seems greater than just being able to use another ability. I guess running like Divine Ichor might be nice as well, so maybe just have a one that's the Wizard and Divine Ichor, and then have the Knight and Thief as the other one, like have 2 Shifters just for their passives, and then have 3 Dark Mages, something like that is probably the better go, in all honesty. But we did also get rings, so I do want to discuss that. So we have the Ring of Riches and the Ring of Triumph, right? So 1 cap per 100 floors, and this is 1% gold find per chest, right? So in the beginning, Riches is better, right? Until you hit gold cap, which I'm significantly far away from, in which case the Triumph is better, right? But you should be able to stack up higher gold gain through the Ring of Riches than Triumph at a certain point, right? Unless you're at the point where each enemy is dropping a cap, maybe? No, other way around. If you're at the point where each enemy is dropping a cap, then Ring of Riches is definitely better, right? Because after 100 chests, technically, well, I know that's not how it works because it's not multiplicative, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? So either way, I'm going to run both because I don't have them. We're probably done with the fuzzy dice, right? We have enough rings to just make these work, and then just go for, you know, a few drops here or there. Maybe keep the other equipment until then, but go for the trinkets. Yeah. What to do? I still think I want to run you and you just until we get the passives, right? And then we'll swap to a progression comp. Although, right, how far are we going? Maybe I will go till we unlock everything inside here. So, you know, probably 12k caps or something like that. Either way, I'm going to run for a bit and get the Owner and the Shopkeeper's unlocks. Right, so surely this should do. Done a decent chunk of floors, right? 2.9 mil, 2k caps. So we should be able to buy a bunch of the unlocks, and not that great on the rings. So 1 Ring of Riches, 1 Ring of Peril. Definitely better running off the fuzzy dice. Probably gonna again just do item find to try and get, you know, full sets of the rings. But we'll hop in here, see exactly what we can buy. I should also have completed the Tavern Owner, right? The Divine Ichor, right, perk, so we can run that too. So what can you grab? We can grab Rage Zerker. Oh, the Owner's actually more expensive than I thought. Shopkeeper, Wizard, Gladiator, Shifter, And we probably can't afford this now, can we? Yeah, no. I'm curious that it doesn't show, but we need 10,500 technically. Realistically, you should probably just spend them on upgrades, right? That's gonna net you better gains overall than what I just did, but oh well. We have still 348, so that's decent. We can still upgrade a few things. Do I have to burn through the essence though? That is the big... Is there more sodas? Right, because it kind of looks like there's going to be more sodas too. Probably not, right? Just the one. Anything else? Check you guys. Right, Innkeeper, so we have Hardy, and then we have Divine Ichor. So it's probably worth just running as a passive. Again, I'm curious what the actual endgame comp is, right? If there's some combination, if you just want to use Eviscerate, but it seems like having Noxon and Necroblast on the one character is better. At least, again, until you get the sort of Fury or whatever it's called. Other than that, collection log's done. Basically have all unlocks, have all the worthwhile shifter stones. I don't think there's really any point in going for some of the other unlocks. What are we missing? Not that many. Rage Zerka, Raw, and the one that allows them to gain damage per defeat. There's no points, right? Just taking them out of action for a round is crappy. And then on the Blacksmith, the like random toss items and whatnot, also not really needed. Conjurer, what was it? It's the AoE bolt, and then I think it's 50%, right? Same as the healer, Magic Adept, is it not? Something like that. Either way, for convenience sake, you probably still just want to run classes, right? Because you can only save one loadout on the shifter. So I think just use this as the shifter. Just run the Tavern Owner, right, for Divine Ichor. Run the Wizard, and then run 2 Dark Mages. That's probably the go, in all honesty. Anyway, let's spend the Essence. Actually not going to net us that many levels, mainly because I'm just burning it all here on gold. Yeah. Yeah, I should have kept some. We'll convert the gold. What can we do? I don't like that it's uneven. I really dislike that. Probably just not going to bother with Essence anymore, right? And just go through the caps. Can we even upgrade this? 5, please? Come on. Yeah, perfect. And we still have enough to spend. Definitely do that. Right, even out. And I think just, yeah, going for gold gain, because we're still not having difficulty, actually clearing anything. So I think just pumping up gold gain is the go. Right, 4,000. Leave it at that. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to grind, get the last unlocks, and we'll probably just do one more episode to round it out, probably. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.